Okay, we are recording. So after watching that uh, Zoom with the AI Global leaders with Josh, I was left with more questions than answers. And obviously, I wouldn't say I was freaked out, but wanted to know what was going on. Josh starts it off with the company's dissolving, but everything is wonderful. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be better. You're not gonna lose money. Blah blah blah. Well, okay, fine, but what happened? Why is the company resolving? And they never answered that question. Um, but I just got off the phone, well, a little while ago, probably an hour or so ago, with Arnold, who explained everything to me, at least the way he understands it. And essentially, uh, Dave Meyer, Quicksilver, has been let go. Dave, and I'll just explain it the way Arnold explained it to me. Dave has had a little bit of a shady past that I was willing to overlook, because I don't know who's asked for forgiveness or if he's paid his debt to society or whatever, but I think he was convicted of credit card fraud or something at one point years ago. How long ago? I don't know. I'm kind of one of those that I'm willing to forgive if you've paid your debt. So if you've paid for the crime, did the time, whatever. So, but Quicksilver Dave is not a businessman in the sense of he doesn't know how to run a network marketing company. He's obviously just a software guy. And according to Arnold, the original deal with him was he was to be essentially a silent partner. The company wanted to buy his software and him obviously train people how to use it and was willing to pay him mega bucks just to stay in the background. But the way Arnold said, his ego wouldn't let him do that. And so he has become the face of AI Global. And but he has said things that he shouldn't have said, that no CEO should say, such as apparently the last Q&A session with him. He was negative towards some brokers and was praising other brokers, and he's kind of done that the last couple of weeks. Talked about how I think Traders Way had raised their fees or their rates or something. And, I got the hiccups. And CoinEx was so good, but he's not supposed to show any favoritism. He's not supposed to say anything negative about other companies. You can say here are the brokers that we use, that we know are good ones or whatever, and just kind of give a blanket list, but you can't start showing favoritism and or putting companies down. And he was kind of doing that. And apparently the leadership finally called him out on it, or called him out on it again or whatever, but they essentially said, you cannot do that. So they bought him out. They offered him a buyout plan and bought out his shares of the company. And so Quicksilver is gone. Now, as far as the software goes, the software that is currently being used and is currently being tested stays with the company. So we don't lose any software. Nothing changes as far as the software goes. But here are a few things that are going to change, and they're good changes. One is, if you are an IBO, the payment structure is going to change. Right now we have 3 legs or 3 lanes, they call it. And so you have to and I don't know the technical term for all of that, but right now we have 3 legs. We're going to a binary system, which is just 2 legs. And in the network marketing company, that is a great change to go from 3 to 2, because now all of those people get funneled into 2 legs, and suddenly you are achieving ranks that you haven't achieved before, because the ranking system is now based on 2 legs instead of 3, so you don't have to balance 3 out. They're all into 2. So that is a very, very good change, and with some people, that is going to greatly increase their income almost overnight. So that's a good change. Excuse me. Also, there will have to be a re-signing up process that happens in order to put everybody into 2 legs. They have to set up the system, the binary system, and then people will re-enroll so that they can then be placed in the binary system. They can't just scoot people over at this point. So the way it's going to work is, and this may Arnold said that he thinks it may even be all rolled out next week, that fast. Excuse me. But as far as the software goes, and this whole re-signing up thing, nobody's going to have to pay anything for the next 30 days. And I don't know when the 30 days starts. It may start Monday. I don't know. Since they haven't made an official company announcement yet, I would assume it doesn't start until Monday. But so I'm going to say for the next 30 days, the current customers will not have to pay anything. So we continue with our Hamiltons, our Benjamins, and all of that. Everything stays the same for the next 30 days. Even if your monthly payment is scheduled within the next 30 days, anytime soon, you will not be charged. You won't be charged anything for 30 days. At that point, once that 30 days is up, we will have to re-enroll. And so you're going to use your sponsors' links again. So that's really going to kind of be the only hassle that happens in this transition period. So for those of you that signed up under me, I will give you my link again. I'll have to do that with Arnold, and there may be new links. So at this stage, I would say don't use previous links. Wait until I tell you that I have re-enrolled under Arnold, and then I will put my link. I'll give my link to those of you who signed up directly under me, and then we can continue down the line there. Excuse me. There is currently, I think as everybody knows, new software that is in beta testing right now, and Arnold said that it is phenomenal. That it is, at the present moment, it's earning almost 10% a day with much less drawdown. Now, we're not going to advertise that it is earning that, because obviously that can change, go up and down. Even if it was 5% a day, I mean, good grief, that's awesome. But apparently the new software that is coming out is going to be incredible. I don't know if that's the Dexter. I don't know what that software is that Arnold was talking about. He didn't know what it was called either, but from what he has been told by leadership, the return on that is incredible. It blows Hamilton and Benjamin both out of the water. So I'm excited to get that. I don't know if when we re-sign up, if the price is the same. Arnold thinks it will probably stay the same. I'm hoping it stays the same, but I can't say for sure one way or the other. Surely they wouldn't just make it some astronomical amount above what we've already been paying. So I don't know for sure. So that's that. So the new software, we won't be charged anything for the next 30 days. Once that 30 days is up, we will re-sign up with our sponsors' links. So just wait, and we will get those links to you as they come. What else? There was something else. Oh, also going to say, anyway, that's really it as far as the AI software and the company goes. The company will be changing names. And this had nothing to do with the CFTC. The Federal Trade Commission has not issued a cease and desist order. I think that was on the webinar anyway, the initial webinar with Josh Feltz. There is no CFTC cease and desist order. There's nothing illegal that's happened. It's just that Quicksilver was just kind of saying things he shouldn't say. And had they let that continue, there probably would be a CFTC cease and desist order or something to that effect. So you're going to hear all kinds of rumors. You're going to hear things on social media. It's already started. IML has already started the whole, see, I told you so. It happened faster than we thought it would, but we knew it was going to happen. It is not getting shut down. CFTC has not said anything or done anything. So there's nothing illegal going on. Software is good. Company's fine. Quicksilver was just saying things he shouldn't say. So he is gone. They're restructuring a little bit, but everything should be actually better than it has been. So I'm excited for that. One other thing real quick too is, and this is aside from the AI software, if you've been following Arnold and Eric, following their Facebook pages and posts, you've probably seen them talk about the wealth generating program they have, what's it called? The Wealth Connect or something. I forget what it's called. But the other business that Arnold and Eric are involved with, which has nothing to do with the AI software, has nothing to do with Silverstar, AI Global, nothing like that. It's a whole separate business. I asked Arnold about that, and it's essentially a way to put your money into savings that earns you a bigger return than what the banks do. And the banks could give you a bigger return. They just don't. They just choose not to because nobody's complaining about it, and they're greedy. So, I mean, that's just kind of the way businesses don't want to pay you any more money than they have to. But what happens with this, the other company, I can't recall the name of it. If you, Adam, or if you or Matt, I know you guys are on, if you remember the name of that, feel free to jump in there and tell me. Wealth Connect or something like that. But you can, if you have money in savings or in an IRA, you can roll that over into this company. It is FDIC insured. All the money that you put in is insured, and all the money that it earns, all the interest it earns, is insured. And it's backed by Bank of America. So awesome. That's very cool. And depending upon how much money you put in with them, you can earn more, a larger percentage of return. And he explained more about that to me, and it sounds pretty awesome. And if you became an affiliate of that company, you will earn 20% off of every dollar you put in there, including your own. So if you have money that, an IRA that you want to roll over, and it doesn't cost anything to roll it over, from what I understand, you'll earn 20% off of the money, off of your money that you put in. Arnold said he has a friend who has a $300,000 IRA that he's rolling over into this. Arnold's going to make about $60,000 just from this guy putting his money in there. And this guy says if he actually gets the return that is being promoted, then he has another $900,000 IRA that he's going to roll over in there, and that's Arnold will earn 20% of that too. So anyway, crazy. And so he kind of sold me on it. But I need to talk to him some more and find out some more information. But I just wanted to give you all that information too, because I haven't looked into it very much, and I wanted to look into that. And I have an IRA that's just sitting. It's actually not even hooked up to anything at the moment, so it's earning nothing. It's just sitting in a pot, and so I'll probably be rolling that over. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Anything else, guys? Am I missing anything? Any questions? Adam or Matt? I don't know who else is on. Somebody else might be on. I don't even know.
That's a big conversation you had with them.
Yeah, I had a pretty good long conversation. He filled me in on a lot of stuff. So
I was wondering how long a company could last when the guy said you're better off slitting your throat than doing this.
Jabbing a knife in your eye and putting an ice pick through your scrotum and things like that. He said some crazy stuff. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's not a businessman, obviously. He knows how to trade and he knows how to make software, but he doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut, apparently.
I'm sure this is going to be answered, but so I don't want to get into a lot of questions that probably you nor I or anyone on here knows answers to. So it's dissolving. So you may have mentioned that, man. Maybe I misunderstood. So he was like part owner. So I'm thinking if he was just part of the company and wasn't a part owner, you could kick him to the curb and keep the company the way it was. So I guess I'm a little confused on that, which I'm assuming is because he was part owner or he had a hand in it somehow.
Right. He was just a part owner.
Okay.
It was his software, and other people approached him about it. I think, what are their names? Is it Mahmood? Anyway, the other two that are on the website with him as, I don't even know what their titles are, but it's a shame. I need to go look at the website again, but I think they are part owners as well. I don't know if there are other people who are part owners, but yes, Dave was just a part owner, and it was his software, his product. So that's why he was in. But apparently they didn't want him to be the face because of his background. They kind of wanted him to just stay in the background, and if they had any questions about the software, they'd ask him. But he couldn't resist, apparently. So. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know that I have anything else. Anybody else? If not, I'll just end this here, and as soon as I get the recording rendered, I'll stick it in the chat for everybody else. But
thank you as always.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I just don't want anybody to get freaked out, and I know that will happen. And like I said, you're going to hear rumors all over the place, especially from the IML people who were so anti-Dave and anti-Silver Star. Again, this had nothing to do with the CFTC. There's no cease and desist order, and I don't think Josh should have even used the term dissolving. It's going to change names, and it's changing structure a little bit. IML went through the same thing several years ago. Oh, I'll add this too. IML, as some of you may know, went through a very similar situation with, what's his name, Godsey. I think he's a Chairman 100. The way the company was structured several years ago was not in compliance with the CFTC. And they talked to oh, good grief, I'm drawing blanks on names. Christopher Terry. They talked to Christopher Terry, told him, you have to change this in order to be compliant. He said, absolutely, we'll do that. He made the changes, but it changed the whole payment structure for commissions. And people were not going to earn commissions for a little while or something. But they had to make this change, and it was going to take time. And Aaron Godsey, or I don't know, I can't remember if his name is Aaron. I know an Aaron Godsey, so that's what's coming to my mind. But anyway, I'll just call him Godsey. Godsey was a Chairman 100 at the time, so he was making $100,000 a month in commissions. residual commissions. And he got mad. He didn't like the fact that Christopher Terry was changing things. He didn't really understand. And so he took his ball and went home. He left, and he took his whole team with him, which was a huge chunk of people. And he told all of his team members to do chargebacks on their credit card for the last payment that they made to IML. And so the credit card company received tons and tons of chargebacks, and they wound up dropping IML. It was a US-based payment company. And they dropped IML, and no other U.S. payment company would take IML on. So they had to go international, had to go overseas for that. And but Christopher Terry complied. They made the changes necessary, and the company then exploded, and exploded in a good way. And the ones who did hang on, I mean, they started making money like crazy. You know, you're talking the Brandon Boyds, the Jason Brown and Matthew, what's his name? Anyway, all of those guys that stuck with it started making tons of money. And the company just went crazy and, you know, did very well. And so Arnold was saying what AIG is going through right now is something very, very similar. So just stay right where you are. There's nothing is dissolving. Things aren't falling apart. It's just a change in the payment structure. And that's really it. The change in the name, change in the payment structure, and Dave's out. And that's really all there is to it. So just hang in there, and things are going to be
Good. I was looking for an ice pick.
Yeah, exactly. No ice picks to the eyes or the scrotum or anything else. So we should all be happy campers, and things are still going to go fine, and keep using the software, and nothing's really going to change. Actually, the new software is going to be better. So so I just wanted to ease your minds. I know that eased my mind too, just to get some answers and know what was going on. But let's watch and listen to the official announcement Sunday and see what all they have to say. Hopefully what I just told you is correct. I told you what Arnold told me, so hopefully he's right. So. All right, guys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And
Thank you.
I'll get this in the chat and pass it along. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
See you, Matt.